Josephine Cruz Wright. What an inspiration and a great delight to have for
Mhm.
our December, first week of December Tech Talk Live. So thanks for joining back again for Coffee Talk, where today I have Miss Gail with us, who's also admin here on Tech Talk Worldwide.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. So if you guys haven't seen, Gail just has been kind of finding her space here in Tech Talk, and I'm doing some live tutorials and kind of what she's considering, kind of the back to basics. And what she didn't realize is how many people are seeing this as more advanced. And so I love that you're finding your way and your voice and getting used to being in front of the camera because you are shining.
Oh, thanks, Aim. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, definitely the more you do it, the easier it gets and the more comfortable you are because you are literally just talking to your phone.
Yeah.
you
In a
know,
space like this.
yeah, I talk on my phone all the time, but to actually know that someone else is actually looking at you, um, yeah, it's a little disconcerting initially, but then you just kind of forget that the camera is there and you just do your thing.
Yeah, yeah, so true. So speaking of being on camera, we're going to tie this. This is also a live Q&A. So you and I are going to answer questions, as sometimes when we're on camera doing tutorials, it's harder for us to answer the questions. And so we get to answer them. And our topic, our hot topic for Coffee Talk is about holidays, scheduling, about how we find time for ourselves for like even self-care or shopping or anything, or maybe you guys are doing Cyber Monday today. And then about what kind of gifts we give to our clients, because I can tell you, unless you have done keeping profits in your pockets or you know where your profits are, around the holiday season, a lot of clients tend to give you a little extra money or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And we don't realize the gifts that we give take all the extra profits that they're giving to us. And so I have ideas that don't cost anything that you can give to your client, so that those extra tips and those extra gifts you get from your clients, you're still giving back,
Hmm.
but you're being able to make a little bit more money and be profitable for the end of the year.
Right.
And so, yeah. So, Gail, how do you schedule your holiday season?
I'm still building a clientele, so it's not crazy for me right now, which I really appreciate because I do have time to take care of the things I have to take care of. Whether it be uh, Cyber Monday shopping. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, I do a lot of my shopping online. I very seldom go to brick and mortar anymore. I know the brands that I like. I know the prices that I'm looking for, and you look for free shipping, and it's a no brainer. It really is around here, anyways. I mean, today
Yeah.
we have a big snowstorm. Now, it might not be big to you, but we're getting the last totals I heard were we're getting up to a foot by the time this is all over with tomorrow. So the fact that I can just sit in my pajamas and my
Yeah.
sweatshirt and do all the shopping is it doesn't get any better for me.
Yeah, and I'm on the other side of the US from you. We too had gotten snow the last few days. I think we had a total of like 8 inches, but today the sun's out, and you guys might hear it happened during I was doing Tech Talk, the big crashes. So we have a metal roof and it's peaked. And so it hits off of the one and it slams and it sounds awful like something's breaking, but it's
Hmm.
the snow breaking off. And so we actually I haven't been outside, but it's cold in here, so I imagine it's still cold, but it must be enough that it's melting the snow. And so I agree with you, trying to find the time to do what we need to do. And when you have weather like that, you don't want to get out. I
No.
try to, as much as I can, support the local businesses.
Hmm.
However, I have not even a grocery store where I live, and so I have to order a lot online. And so when you come across big deals like what they offer on cyber, cyber deals or Black Friday deals or their annual deals, when you get to know a company and when they have their free shipping and their extra special deals, I
Hmm.
buy in bulk. And so therefore I
That's a
have
great
to save
idea.
up to be able to buy in bulk. So sometimes I'll on the order things, like at the end of September, October, November, and then I'll order like a year's worth of files in December.
Hmm.
And so that way I can save money and keep the profits in my pockets for the rest of the year.
Well, the nice thing about Facebook, at least in this area, is a lot of the small business owners have Facebook pages, and
Yeah.
they are advertising their small business Saturdays and Black Fridays and Cyber Monday specials within the community. So you
Yeah.
can still buy locally and still do it from the comfort of your home. So you got to love technology for that reason. It's just,
Absolutely.
mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I want to give shout outs. Hi, Sarah and Kim, and oh my goodness, everybody that's watching on there as well. Michelle, hello back to you. Sarah says that they got a half an inch of ice with about five
Oh,
inches of snow on top. Sarah, that's what happened to us last week, and we were actually closed in. You know, I live at the base of the mountain. All of the roads around us were completely closed off, and so it was a good thing that I do bulk buying, like grocery shopping and
mm,
all of that.
mm.
Yeah. So, oh, and hello, Kim and everybody. Hello, thanks for joining in. So, you guys have any questions about holiday stuff? Gail and I are here to give our years of experience of how we balance everything. And so the first topic that I want to talk about is how we schedule our hours for December. Obviously, we want to get in as many people as we can. People have extra money that they feel like they can spend. They might do what I do and not spend really for, October, November, but save up for December. And I splurge a little bit more because I feel like when you're snowed in and you get a little gloomy, you want those extra luxuries. So people tend to go get pedicures, or they tend to, go get double services even rather than a single service. But I schedule my appointments for 2 to 3 months in advance. So therefore, my December was already booked in October. But what I did is I made sure that I had self-Amy time so that I could be flexible to where I could go shopping, or I could go have a self-care day, or maybe like my husband has a cold right now. Maybe I need an extra day in there where I could be flexible to where I could put clients onto that time. And
Mm.
so, what do you guys do when it comes to scheduling for the holidays? Are you still scheduling, or did you pre-book this back in October and upsell yourself with your services and say, you know what, it's going to be cold. Do you want your toes warmed up too? And did you upsell, maybe an extra pedicure or something like that? So, Gail, what do you do with your holiday scheduling?
Pretty much the same thing. I don't schedule months in advance, but when people were coming in November, October and November, I let them know that, look, I'm going to be taking some time off around the holidays, and if you want to get in, to make sure you have everything done, um, so you're not rushing at the last minute, I suggest you book now. So I booked at their last appointment for the following appointment. And, I let them know that, hey, look, I'm going to be running specials. And just because you're a client doesn't mean that if I say I put out if you buy a gift certificate for a spa pedicure, you'll get 50% off a spa manicure. I said that includes you. That's not just first time clients. And I say you need to take care of yourself because you know how we get around the holidays. I know when I
Yep.
was a working mom with kids at home, um, the more I could get done and at one shot, the better. So
Mhm.
that's where I tend to that's how I do it.
Yeah, we have to plan for success.
Hmm.
And those winter times when we have less daylight, we have a longer travel commutes, we have to depend on more things coming in the mail sometimes. You have to plan for that. And so
Mm,
setting yourself up for success, whether it's the holidays or all year round, because in the summer times we get weddings. Are you prepared for that? And are these people scheduled way in advance? Are you prepared for them making changes, or maybe they all of a sudden had to add an extra person because somebody's girlfriend came along too? And are you flexible enough but still scheduled enough to be busy? And you know what, when you have a full clientele and you're not booking them out a month or two in advance, you are setting yourself up again for not the best success. And the reason
right,
why is it gives them the opportunity, one, to go somewhere else. Two, when they schedule with you, you know what you're scheduling. That keeps you busy. It also limits your availability. And for some reason, we have this thing that when we know that we might not be able to get in with somebody, we want that. We want it even more. And so
right.
if you're always saying I'm available this week, and your regulars haven't pre-scheduled, then you always look like you're available, which starts making you look like you're a little bit desperate. And you don't want to look desperate at all. You want to look like
Right.
you have limited availability. Even if you work part-time, hey, my only openings for the rest of the year is this, this, and this. And
Exactly.
that they'll want you more. It's a mind thing. So we need to set that up for success
Hmm.
and use that. Yeah. Okay, so our next topic that I want to talk about, which is actually coming up on here already, is Kim says that she would like to know about client gift tips and holiday promo deals. So to start off, I learned years ago I couldn't afford to buy 200 clients. Now, forgive, I owned the salon. So then I felt like I needed to give the people that came in regular as tanning, the people that came in regular for esthetician and for the other services. That means I was buying for like over 500 people.
Wow.
And of course, then you would buy like a cuticle oil. Well, I didn't feel that while they kept it in their purse that they thought about me or they thought that that was an extra truly special gift. And because I couldn't afford to go buy them something personalized and more, I hated the feeling of just giving a gift to give a gift. So
Hmm.
I quit doing all of that. And those cuticle oils we know cost $1 to $2 each. Therefore, I was spending $1,000 in my busy season. When I'm trying to make money, I'm spending more
Right.
money than what I was bringing in to give a gift.
Hmm.
And I changed it completely. There's things that we already have in the salon that don't get utilized. And in a way, it kind of upsells yourself, but it's a free gift. So while I'm doing their nails, I would pull out, we had a footsie bath, so I could just change the liners out. I would soak their feet and just say, hey, I just wanted to give you an extra pampering. It's cold outside. I wanted to warm your bones. And I would just soak their feet while I did their nails. It took seconds and it didn't cost me that much to be able to offer that for them. So it was something a little bit extra that they didn't do for themselves and truly more pampering. What happened in return is they say they would tend to tip me more, which was never my intention, which allowed for more income without less outgo. The other thing I would do is say they were already getting a pedicure, then I would give them a free paraffin. Paraffin is pennies and it
Right.
sits there.
Right.
So offer a paraffin or give them a little gift card to come in on a day that's not their nail day, just to come in and get a paraffin and sit there for 5 minutes, have a cup of tea with you, and then they leave. Let them tie it into their self-care day. And so when it came to gifts, I quit giving gifts. I started giving service, started giving a little bit more of the other things that I already had in the salon. And so that's what I did for gifts. What do you do for gifts?
I'm a baker, so people
Yes.
get people get homemade biscotti
Oh my God, I
in
love that.
in a little bag, and with a nice, pretty little bow.
Yes.
Because again, I don't have a ton of income coming in, but I do want those that are my regulars to feel special. And there's nothing better than somebody that bakes something nice and fresh for you. You
Yes.
know, and they're welcome to stay for coffee and tea to dunk it in if they'd like.
I'll be
Yeah,
right over. I
yeah.
love biscotti. I have the coffee. But those are some gift ideas. Another thing that you can do is instead of at that time giving them $5 off of a service, because I know a lot of people feel like they want to do that. One, know if you're profitable. Know if that $5 is taking you from making $15 an hour down to $10 an hour.
Right,
Okay?
right.
That's huge. And we know that all of our expenses go up in the wintertime. The heat, the electricity, all of our costs go up. And for some reason, everything raises in January. People want to raise prices in January, which we make the less money in January. So try to save some money, keep it into your pockets.
Hmm.
And so I got a little sidetracked because I was reading comments. Sorry about that. And so, yep, I lost it. Forgot.
It's catchy.
Anyways, so I think it's important to be able to utilize what you have as gifts, whether they're homemade or not. I know a lot of people make scrubs and all that kind of stuff, and it's nice. But one year I made scrubs, but the jars that I got had those little metal lids on them, and the jars were $2 each. And then by the time I made the scrub, it was quite an expensive gift. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So instead of giving them the $5 right now, hand them a gift certificate that's handwritten with a note so it's personalized to them. That's the gift. And then say on your next appointment, you can get $5 off. So therefore, you're being able to keep the income now when you need it. And then they'll redeem that certificate January or February or something like that at another time. And
Mm-hmm.
so therefore, that is another way of being able to give something that has some value to it, and be able to do it that way. So yeah,
Right.
sorry, I
That's a
got a
great
little
idea.
sidetracked. So hello, Deb and Sam and Michelle and Celine and Chelsea. Hello, everybody, everybody. Wonderful that you love the ideas. Michelle too says I made treats too, but this year my oven died Wednesday. Yes, see, and that's what happens. It's always like a furnace or something goes wrong that in the middle of our peak time, something stresses us out like that and takes away all of our profits. So you can't do the baking until you get a new one next week. Ah, that's so frustrating. So hopefully we give you some other side ideas. Or you know what? Why do we have to do it in December? There's many times that we can tell our clients that, Merry Christmas, and then give them a gift a different time of the year. Not even on a birthday, a random today's your special day. Why do
Mm-hmm.
we feel like we have to give clients and all of our friends gifts? Because it wasn't always set that way. Somewhere the traditions of holidays have made it about gift giving rather
Right.
than just the giving of your time and the giving of friendship and the service and all of that. Why do
Well,
we
it,
expect it?
it, it might be because the beauty industry is such a personal industry. There's not many vocations out there other than medical that you are physically touching people.
Yes.
I'm holding someone's hand for an hour to an hour and a half, or massaging somebody's feet for 20 minutes to a half an hour. I mean, I think there's more of a personal connection there, and it's almost like you feel obligated because they're like family, even
Yeah.
though it's a client thing. I know when I was hairdressing years ago, um, we never gave anything personally to our clients. We were too busy. There were too many, but we would have something in the shop. At Christmas time, there would be baked goods out, or,
Mhm.
we'd always have hot chocolate or coffee or tea. And when they came in, they could stay a little bit and enjoy that. It was more
Yeah.
the client that felt obligated to give us something.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to have some beautifully, handmade gifts and lovely things, gift certificates and stuff that my clients would give me. But it is different now.
Mhm.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I mean, my hairdresser doesn't give me anything,
And I
and
don't
I
expect
don't
it.
give her anything because I tip her well all year.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So I think sometimes it's our mindset that we feel like we have to, but sometimes we just want to.
Hmm.
It's just part of that season, especially if it's somebody that doesn't have a large family and maybe you think they might not, get a stocking, of little goodies or something like that. Yeah, Deb said that she used to, have, well, she has her distribution as well, but she would do hand lotions. And, sometimes when you do the lotions and the oils, it does upsell where they want that replenished. However, they tend to use the lotion and the oil over months. So it's not something that they're going to turn around and buy again the next week, And so I always say if you try to give a gift that it's going to bring them back to you, make it something that is a sampler or something that is small so that they have to come back. So it's a little bit of a teaser, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the other thing that we can talk about is, do you mark off time for yourself to go shopping? Do you mark off time for self-care so that you too can get pampered this time of year?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Yes,
What's
I
your
do.
what's your advice?
Um, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but for me, there's something very cathartic about cleaning.
Oh no, I don't think you're crazy at all.
I because I babysit, a 4-year old grandson who keeps me hopping 3 days a week, and then he's here 2 more days during the week. So it doesn't give me tons of time to be able to do something. So if I have a down day, I will I will pick something and clean it because I know when it's all done, I will be so happy.
Yeah.
It's relaxing. I think through things.
Hmm.
I talk to myself as I'm doing it, work out problems.
Yeah. For me at the beginning of December, I mark off a day to decorate, just like I'm working. And I don't choose it over the weekend right after Thanksgiving like a lot of people do because we always have family still here. And I don't
Hmm.
want to do that while they're here. And I can't find the time to do it the rest of the time because I'm scheduled. So I schedule out time to decorate. And as you can tell behind me, I have nothing up. All the fall stuff's gone.
Yeah, I don't have
Today,
anything up yet here either.
yep, today it's marked off in my book. Today's the day to decorate. It's time. And it gets me ready for the season as well. And I turn on the Christmas music because it's okay. It's now in December.
Right,
Before then I'm like,
exactly.
it's not allowed. Yeah, exactly like that. And so once again, though, that goes into pre-planning and marking that time
Yeah.
off for yourself. Um, I also mark off time to be able to go with friends or family for a coffee. Go downtown into the town next to us. My daughter and I have our shopping day on a Sunday already scheduled out where we're going to go to Montana and go do our shopping. And these are those things that you have to mentally do for yourself. Your clients are doing it. And
Hmm.
they know and they expect for you to do the same thing. They don't expect you to work every single day of the holiday season and not enjoy it yourself. And
Right.
so it's important for that self time, self care, to be able to do that. And so,
Hmm.
yeah, so important this time of the year, especially when we feel so extra run down. It's like our energy is taken away or cold seasons going around.
Right. And the other thing I do, I'm fortunate enough to have a hot tub. Um, so but that's usually an at night after everything is cleaned up and put away. I'll go hop in that for 20 minutes to a half an hour and
Yeah.
just
And not feel
chill.
guilty about
Oh
being there.
no, no, not at all, not
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. It's deserved.
Hmm.
All right, wonderful. Well, you guys were here just for a little bit longer just to answer any questions that you may have. Or if you're watching this on replay and you have suggestions or you have questions that might even help you for next year, maybe it's too late for this year to, do some of these things. We're here to help and listen as well. And it's our tribe. So it's us, our sisterhood, being able to share back and forth of ideas and ways that we can be profitable and unique ideas. So thank you guys so much for always supporting what we do here in Tech Talk Worldwide and
Hmm.
beyond. Yeah. And so I was doing a nail art over the weekend, and I know, Gail, I had talked to you and you were kind of playing around as well. And so one of the other things that I do to prepare for the holidays is I always have one staple. It's almost like a character that I do every year. Last year was a penguin, and this year is a different type of a snowman. And
Hmm.
so I sit down and I play because I know my clients are going to come in, and whether they're going to want Christmas or they're going to want winter, I'm prepared. And so another thing, and so yesterday my afternoon, my whole family knows I come down into the studio and it's playtime. And so I did Sweet Pea. I think I showed it to you.
Hmm.
Sweet Pea is my cute little, oh, I got my hair stuck to that. It's kind of blurry on there. My cute little snow girl that I made for this year. And so I think it's important to mark off the time in November to be able to get yourself prepared for the next month's asked for thing and practice that, especially, make sure that you're charging for your artwork, and it's another upsell that you can do to bring in some more income. And so whether it's snowflakes or it's an actual Christmas,
Hmm.
decor or whatnot. And so it's important to have those products ready. So like right now, your focus should be Valentine's Day, which sadly is 2 months away, but in January is when, I mean, if you order those products now while they're on sale, you're going to get the free shipping and all of that. But in January, you're going to be busy. In January, you're going to have your time to practice for that. And then mid-January is when people start getting Valentine's Day, or they even start putting spring on their nails. So you have to prepare that time in advance.
Right. Right.
And so just like big box stores, they're prepared. I think they start putting stuff out in October. So that means that they actually started ordering that stuff for winter way back in probably the spring or the summer. And
Hmm.
so they're prepared that way. We have to be prepared the same. And so take the time, mark off the time to be able to get into what you think is going to be your niche for that season.
Right. And that's what I've been doing too. I've been doing a lot of different sets, and leaving them out for display. And if somebody wants one of these as like an accent nail, it's already priced out, um,
Yep.
and ready to go. And I have lots of different colors, blues and reds and greens and such. Um, so if they want one, they can just pick it, and it takes the guesswork out of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you pre-price your artwork like that.
Yeah, so true. Deb says this isn't a gift idea, but it's a sale idea. And I've done this before. Where you make little coupon booklets, and then they can use them out for like they're prepaying for like 6 manicures that would cover them for the year or pedicures or whatever. And so it's a little pre-planned booklet. And what we did was a Santa wish list. And so we had all of our services available on one sheet that says my wish list is, and the wife would go through and mark the things that she likes and
Oh.
then leave it onto like the kitchen island for her husband and family members to see. And so it was a wish list for her. So when they came in, they would bring us the wish list. We created a coupon book for them where everything was bought in one bundle. And as she came in, she would just hand us one of the coupons. And so, Deb, excellent. Thank you for that reminder. Excellent idea as well. And that's another way of you getting kind of a bundle of money when you need it. And then throughout the year, it's kind of dispersed out in your services. So it's like prepaid services, and excellent idea for that. When it comes to pricing, a lot of people say, oh, markdown, just like don't follow what manufacturer companies do where you're giving $10 off in free items. Okay.
Mhm.
That's your profits. We don't make that much money. And every time I've talked to somebody, take the hours that you worked last month. Okay, not the clients. Take the hours that you worked and divide that by the income that you got. And what is your number there?
Mm.
Then take out overhead, 32% on average for your self-employment taxes, your insurances, your commute back and forth to work, everything else on top of that, and you will see you make less than minimum wage. Almost everybody that's taken my class has found it's less than minimum wage. That's an easy way to kind of get some numbers. I obviously go into more detail than that. And so if you're giving $5 off or come see me and get a pedicure for free, that's $30 to $50 service that you're giving for free if they buy another $50 service. No. Do not discount your work. Upsell it. Maybe give them a free lotion that might cost you $1, $2, $3 for every service that they do with you. Upsell. Give them something more. Do not take away from you. And so that is my biggest advice for all year round to be profitable. But do the numbers and you'll see it. And it's always shocking. In fact, you can private message me your numbers if you don't want to make it publicly and say, and I want to see those numbers because I'm always curious of where people are at.
Right, right.
Yeah. Deb, boy, you're our main commenter on here. Thank you so much. It says so that they would pay for 5 full price ones and maybe they get one free. And so you're right. Out of that, it can be good for the pocketbook because it's dispersing out a savings rather than giving it into one lump sum.
Hmm.
But I still am one that I don't discount my products at all. At all. I will actually give them something a little extra rather than discount. So I can give them something that is $1 or $2 for my cost rather than giving them $5 off. And so that way it helps keep it more profitable. But
Hmm.
absolutely great ideas. Wonderful. Well, Gail, what is your plan for the holiday season? It's what is today, December 2nd?
December 2nd. I don't have tons and tons. My kids have grown up and they're on their own. So my shopping has gone down way, not nearly as much as I used to. Um, I just like spending time with family and friends around the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I cooked Thanksgiving. Somebody else has the honor of doing Christmas. So yeah, I am embarrassed to say that I am now addicted to the Hallmark Christmas channel, and I instead of falling asleep with you on my chest, Amy, watching videos. I'm now falling asleep with the Hallmark Christmas movies.
Uh,
But it just kind of, because they all work out. I mean, it's all the same plot line basically,
yeah,
but all the relationships work out. All the families get back together again. They all get reunited, and it just gives me a warm fuzzy that somewhere out in cyber world, somebody's having like the absolute perfect Christmas, and I'm so happy for them.
yeah. So I too am addicted at the Christmas time, and my daughter will be like, "You've already seen that one," and you know it's on for noise. It's just in the background. I'm always doing something else at the same time. But you're right. And she's like, "They always work out," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I like it."
Yeah, well, it's that, or put it on, whatever you are, CNN or Fox, and it's like, ugh, I can't deal with that anymore.
Yeah,
I just I want mindless entertainment that I don't have to think, and it just makes me feel good.
yeah,
I don't want to get scared. I don't want to be on the edge of my seat. I just want to sit back and live vicariously through someone else on
yeah.
TV like that.
I always look at it for decorating ideas, and then
Oh,
the cooking channels for cooking ideas. Those are my vices. That's what I
of
like to
course,
do.
because
Yeah,
they all have like a holiday ball or a
yeah,
holiday tradition, and everybody goes out of their way to decorate their houses and stuff. You're right.
yeah.
It does get you in a festive mood for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. So yeah, exactly. They're on here promoting the Hallmark Channel from October 27th to January 2nd. So I
Oh,
love
see, I
that.
don't even know the dates. You know the dates, so maybe you're
No,
worse than
Michelle
I
shared that with us on TikTok. And so I absolutely love it. So for my holidays, I really had to schedule in advance. My niece is getting married on Thursday of this week, and so I actually am leaving and flying to Mesa, Arizona. And so her husband or fiance is in the military, and that's his leave time. So it was on an odd day. It's obviously not close to where we are, so we had to get flights booked and Airbnbs booked, and all our family's going to be there. And so our Christmas this year is going to be like a Hallmark movie where our whole family is coming together, flying in from everywhere, from Texas and South Carolina and Mississippi and California and everywhere,
How
Wyoming, to
awesome is
meet in
that?
Arizona to spend a week together. And so whether it happens on Christmas Day or whatnot, I hope that you guys do find the time to remember your family is priority. Your family comes first. You
Yes.
come first. And we can get in the mindset where we need the money and the hustle and the bustle, and we get lost in all of that. But the reality is if you plan for success throughout the year, this doesn't have to be that main part of your life that gives you stress. It
Hmm.
can still bring you in your income, and it can give you the lifestyle that you need, but it's also about you and your family.
Yes.
And yeah, which should be all year round, but for some reason holidays is when we focus on that the most.
Hmm.
Hello, Julia. All right. Well, we try to keep these coffee talks for about 30 minutes. And so, as you are watching on replay, if you have ideas about Christmas gifts, about how
Yes.
you plan for the holidays, what you do for your self care, please share on the replay. If you have questions for Gail and I, it might be better to either private message us or tag our name in it so it will show up in our notifications. If you
Mhm.
don't hear from us, then definitely private message, because I can tell you my notifications go by so fast that there's many things I'm tagged on that I don't see. And for that, I apologize. But it's also the curse and the blessing of social media.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And so, Gail, thanks for popping on today with
Oh,
Coffee
my
Talk and
pleasure.
giving some fabulous ideas.
My pleasure. It's always a joy spending the afternoon with you.
Yes, wonderful. And thank you, Deb, for all of your ideas and
Yeah,
everybody who joined
definitely. Thank
in.
you, Deb.
We cherish you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, however it is that you celebrate. Just celebrate you, celebrate any season that it is. Be scheduled properly, think about your business as a business, not a hobby, and have fun with it and enjoy. So, thank you guys so much for supporting Tech Talk Worldwide, Tech Talk Live, Coffee Talk, and everything else that we're a part of here. We appreciate you so very much. All right. Thank you, Gail.
See you later.